Hello, so Mars is entering Gemini on the 20th of July 2024 and it will remain there until 4th of September. Mars in Gemini, 1 in 12 people is born with Mars in Gemini, just like every other planet in one of the 12 signs. So let's think what we get when we combine these two symbolisms of Mars and Gemini. It is actually a really great placement for Mars, because Mars as such, is a planet of movement, drive, energy, courage, also conflict, aggression, but it shows how we fight for things and how we assert ourselves. It's a planet of confrontation, conflict and force as well, but it's very much about life, drive and our inner energy. It shows how we fight for things we love and things we want to achieve. So this is a planet of movement and enthusiasm and motivation. When we think about the sign of Gemini, Gemini is very versatile, it's quite superficial as well. Gemini is everything to do with mental energy, mental processes. It's about social interactions and communication very much. It's an air sign, so mind, thinking processes are quite emphasized, understanding, logic. It's a very proactive sign and it's always on the go. So it kind of clicks well with Mars, because Mars is always on the go as well. So what can we expect throughout this time between 20th of July and 4th of September, when Mars actually sails through the sign of Gemini? This will be time of very strong emphasis on fast communication, superficial communication, forceful communication as well. It's very active mental energy. So we will have quite a lot of chit chat and probably gossip, talking about things that are not that deep, not that significant, but quite superficial. It's like a hamster on the wheel energy that we may experience, especially in our mind. This is also really great placement for anything to do with movement and travel, because Mars is a planet of movement, driving, being on the go, and Gemini is a planet of communication but also short distance travel. So it's going to be very hectic when it comes to mental energy, exchange of ideas, communicating with others, and just thinking processes altogether. During that time, within these 6 weeks, we will also we'll also observe Mars creating certain aspects to planets. None of them are dramatic, they are actually quite positive ones. So on the 22nd of July, we will have Mars trining Pluto. Wonderful for achievements, wonderful for pushing things forward and truly showing motivation and ambition. It's a very powerful transit. So 22nd of July, we have Pluto in at the very beginning of Aquarius, and Mars just having entered Gemini will have this beautiful trine between Mars and Pluto, I meant, creating this beautiful trine in air signs, so mental processes, ideas, thinking, communication. Then on the 14th of August, we have Mars conjuncting Jupiter. Jupiter expands everything it touches, so when we have Mars and Jupiter combined together, we have even more energetic, motivated, kind of even forceful energy. Is great for sports and exerting ourselves and really pushing things forward. It's massive energy, accumulation of energy, and that will be very helpful in accomplishing what we want to accomplish. And then 2 days later, on the 16th of August, we have Mars squaring Saturn. This one may give us energy of trying to overcome certain challenge. Mars and Saturn combined together, this is always, especially in a hard aspect like a square, Mars would represent a process of pressing on accelerator when we drive the car, and Saturn is all about pressing on the brake so that we want to slow down at the same time. So around 16th of August, or right on the day or before, we can experience this feeling of simultaneously pressing on the accelerator and the brake as well, wanting to move forward with something but feeling limited by circumstances as well. So this is just one of influences, but altogether Mars in Gemini is going to bring expansive, extended communication energy, social media, anything to do with chit chat, superficial kind of vibrations, and beautiful for good communication, strong motivation, strong enthusiasm, and really expressing ourselves. So let's make the most of it, and I'll see you next time.